Hello, this is Michélle Booysen here. You can find me on LinkedIn. I am co-founder and co-CEO of Pétanque NXT. We've been doing process work for startups, small, medium to global corporate, non-profit, and government enterprises since 2002. We are really good at bringing clarity to business leaders, resulting in them having confidence on how to achieve those big business goals. To achieve business goals mostly manifest as some change in processes, in how people operate in those processes, and often the change includes technology. So change really is driven by various factors, from seizing new opportunities to mitigating risks, addressing vulnerabilities, or simply just meeting compliance standards. Change may be imminent due to a burning issue as well, requiring attention and improved performance or reducing whatever is causing the risk. It might also be due to the potential that automation offers or exploring the transition from Web 2 to Web 3 technology, such as blockchain and artificial intelligence. This is an introduction to the Business X-Ray and VisPro, our groundbreaking tools that have been transforming businesses for pretty much a couple of decades. In just 90 minutes, the Business X-Ray workshop will take you on a journey to gain clarity on the change you need for your organization. Following the Business X-Ray workshop, we deep dive into the detailed process mapping. So why is clarity crucial in change? In short, with clear objectives, clear processes, and expected outcomes, you as a business leader will lead with confidence. You'll communicate effectively, make informed decisions, and successfully guide your organization through transformation. The Business X-Ray creates a roadmap that will empower you to understand what needs to change in which process. The following on process mapping really details priority processes, then pinpoints the steps where to make change happen. Change is definitely not about processes and tech alone. It's hugely about people. Both the Business X-Ray and the detailed processes show how to communicate and manage your change. So let's embark on this transformation journey. Call it a demo if you want. It's a show and tell, and experience how clarity can fuel confidence and change successes in your business. So to have a view at the screen, the Business X-Ray, I will talk through that for a minute or two, and then also share some examples of VisPro, all with the intention to give confidence about the change that's needed. So usually when we do this process of 90 minutes, we start off with what are your goals? What are you aiming to achieve? And we also look at the strategies that you will follow to achieve that goal. Out of the goal, then we look at what is your business about? So in these blue blocks, at a very high level, we state, what does your business do? What are the main activities that it performs? And from that on, we then look at what is the result that you expect from out of these activities. Some call it performance indicators. Some just say, is this what I need to achieve the outcomes? So with this as your main activities and what these activities should achieve for you, the next part that we look at is what are the processes that makes that happen? And in each one of these activities, you obviously have processes that make these results come about. So now that we've essentially unpacked and Business X-rayed your business, now let's go and see what are the changes that you might want to incorporate. So scrolling up, what are the changes that you might be facing? Have you just been acquired, or are you planning to acquire somebody? And you need to see which process you need to integrate. Are you planning to launch a new product? Are you planning to enter a new market? Do you need to improve performance in your business and in your processes? Do you need to address specific risks that you have? Let's say there is a risk of data security. Where in your process do you have the highest risk? Do you have vulnerabilities, which ties very close to your risks? What are your burning points? Where are you not performing? Where are you losing money? Where are you losing people? Where are you losing customers? What are things that needs to be addressed immediately? And then from improvement side, or from changing how the business works, do we need automation? Where should we look at automation? From a data privacy point of view, as I just stated, that might be a vulnerability for you. So we take that data privacy point and link it to the vulnerability. What other vulnerabilities may exist in a specific step? Do you need to step up on your quality control? Do you need to implement ISO? Do you need to comply to a new standard that's been brought to your industry or to your business? Do you need to just review what your tech is at the moment and potentially look at how smart contracts could replace some of the engagement contracts that you have, how standards could be verified on the blockchain, maybe AI, which is something that you haven't really brought into the business. Your business already generates a lot of data. So why not use that data and start working with AI that's so easily available these days to plan where things are going, to assess where you're at, to compare. You might also not be clear or happy with roles and responsibilities. So let's look at which people do what in which process, and if those results are not being achieved, what are you going to do in terms of assigning roles and responsibilities? From an environmental point of view, are you doing what you can? Are you planning on embarking in the next quarter and the next year on being more environmentally sensitive? Are there more things that you could do in that space? Same with your social, your diversity and inclusion. From a governance point of view, already spoke about data privacy. Other elements that you might need to tighten around your business. So all of these things cause for a change. And sometimes you just change because there is a better way of doing things. So these are icons that we use when we unpack what are the issues or the things that you're looking to change. So let's say that your goal is to do X, and you know that over here, my supply chain is not rendering me these results. So let's bring a burning point in there. I might have some vulnerabilities here, potentially with my fulfillment, because I have got client data, I've got internal data in my company. So I might have a big issue around data security, etc. If I have supply chain issues there, maybe I can start addressing that with AI. Potentially, I can address it with smart contracts. In building our product, maybe we could also have some verifications on the blockchain. We've got some major risks over here, which we've already said could be addressed over there. And maybe some automation around here is good. And let's put some quality control into how we deliver our product, how we do our supply chain, and so on. So all of these things you can then superimpose, and as I'm talking, you would see that within a matter of 90 minutes, with the relevant team involved, we have got a good view of what happens in the business, which are the processes that could move us to that goal or to achieving that recognition, or stepping up to that compliance, or de-risking our company, or even just in our merger and acquisition, what are the things that we need to look at first to standardize processes in order to achieve the goal that we want to reach. So stepping away then from this being the business X-ray, let me just pause for a moment, because as we discuss these points in an Excel spreadsheet, quite plain and simple, we say, so what are we going to do about quality control? Well, maybe we must add some, update our ISO elements in there. What are we going to do about the risk that we have around understanding what we should order when? Let's investigate how AI could assist us, or let's investigate a good blockchain where we can start engaging with counterparts in smart contracts. So as we discuss what needs to happen, those get listed in a high level project format or task format in an Excel spreadsheet so that you know where to unpack. So let's say we agreed that this is a problematic or a high risk process. We might even have said, well, in due course, we would like to do things, automate a lot more of our marketing. We think we need to change our sales process, but those are not so critical. What is quite critical maybe is that, as we said before, that we've got a big vulnerability there. So immediately we've got some priority and things that need to happen. So next, stepping up into, if we were to click on any of those, then this is what you will see. This is a detailed process map then. And this detailed process map takes any one of those blocks and really goes and unpacks it step by step of where do I need to make that change. And in a close-up, that basically looks like this, is you will go, there's a step, there's a person that needs to do it, there are people that you need to do it with, these are the processes that makes the step happen, there's an input and there's an output. And as you unpack the process in this step fashion, you make notes and you then start looking at where can I put automation in? Where can I start using blockchain? And so for the entire process, you can understand where is information generated, either from the blockchain or just from operations. Immediately we can control what happens in this through sustainability metrics, which addresses the environmental part of our business. There's the regulatory metrics, which addresses the G or the governance part of our business. And so you can unpack the entire process from start to end and discover what are the things that need to change. And eventually in this particular process, there's a QR code that you then scan, and it gives you the full history of where this product came from. And similarly, you can have a full history of what are you doing in your business for A or B or C. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has given you some insight into how we do what we do. And just to round up again, the main point is for you to move forward with confidence, having the clarity about what you do in order to achieve that goal.